Right, morning all. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my bloody arm's killing me. Found out I've got a load of scratch marks on my bloody arm. I don't know how they got there. I ain't got no fingernails, so I can't bloody do it myself. Anyway, before I just let you know that the computer's working. I have no problem with it yet. Touch wood. After 4 days, nearly 5 days of the computer completely keep crashing out, giving me blue screen syndromes. Constantly, every time I've done a fresh install, which I've done about 4 new installs on the hard drive, Windows 8.1. As soon as I install Steam, put my games on, started the live stream, the game would crash out within any amount of time between the first couple of minutes up until like 10-15 minutes. I downloaded a load of applications like PC Fix It Professional. I do use System Mechanic, Advanced System Care, and CC Cleaner. They're the three ones I usually use myself. I used all those. I've done disk scans, I've done memory scans, and still I kept getting blue screen of death. As I actually formatted the hard drive 4 times, and every time I put Windows on, put Steam on, put the games on, since I started streaming and playing the games, it would crash out. Now I tried doing a stream without the game playing, and still, even just doing a normal stream, it kept crashing out, giving me blue screen. So the last time I decided not to do much more about it, because I was thinking about buying a new computer. I thought, well, hang on a minute, I've done all these tests. It can't be the memory. I don't think it's the power supply. Maybe it could be the hard drive. Although the tests I've done said the hard drive was perfect, I could still hear on the hard drive like a little whining, clicking sound. So, because I've got some spare hard drives, I decided to take the hard drive out and put a new one in. Well, another hard drive, not new, oldish, a terabyte one. So I put that in. I put Windows on, let that install. And just before I let it install properly, I've kind of like formatted the hard drive, deleted the partition, and then formatted it again. Then I cut the hard drive into 2 partitions, the 500 meg and 400 meg or whatever it was. Then I installed Windows 8.1. Don't like Windows 10. So I put Windows 8.1 on. Then after Windows 8.1 was installed, I put the drivers on, Nevada drivers for the GTX 660. I put the audio drivers on. I put System Mechanic, Advanced System Care, CC Cleaner, and that was it. I didn't even bother putting the other applications on, which I downloaded where people swear that it'll sort out the blue screen of death error. I installed Steam and I installed the game again, like some of the games. Started playing it, seemed to be okay, but suddenly I had another blue screen of death. So I thought, well, what the hell is going on here? I put another hard drive in. So I thought, well, maybe it could be a driver issue. And that's what I thought it was before I changed the hard driver issues. So what I done then, I got copies of Windows 8, and sometimes they don't install all the drivers properly, I don't think. So I went through my disks, found another one which I haven't really used that much. I put that in. I went to the setup, and as you're installing it, it asks you for the if you want to do a clean install or repair. I clicked on repair, and in the settings it says like advanced and stuff like that. You could go into like system restore, but I didn't have no restore point at the time. So I went into the advanced, and it said like reset. So what that does, it actually resets your computer back to like factory mode in one way, I suppose. And any drivers missing, take them off the disk and reinstall them. But anything you've put on, like, CC Cleaner, System of Care, Advanced, Advanced System Care, System Mechanic, Steam games would be completely wiped off. So I thought, well, that don't take too long to reinstall that anyway. So I'd done a restart, and the system, took about half hour, 3/4 an hour, I think it was, to actually wipe everything off and restart the system as if it's just like a new system being created, I suppose. Once that was done, I logged into my account. I installed CC Cleaner. I installed my graphic drivers. I installed K-Lite for the audio drivers. I installed a driver for my control pad for when I do gaming. I installed Steam. Then I installed 4 games: Phasmophobia, the Hunter Classic, and Call of Wild. And that particular night, I tried it offline for a little while, gave it like half an hour, and it seemed to be running okay. So anyway, I shut the system down, turned it all off, went asleep, and then the next day I came on, and I'd done some tests with the game, and the game was working okay. I had no more system crashes, no more blue screens of death, nothing like that. And it's been okay for the last 3 or 4 days now, since I've done everything, So, although I was saying I'm going to have to buy a new computer, I don't think I need to buy a new computer now, because I think I've fixed the issue. But, I do have the money set aside in case if I start having these problems again. I'm not going to do what I've done. I'll just go out and buy a new computer. But what I think it was the hard drive was not writing the data properly. I think there was actually some bad sectors there, which software wasn't actually detecting and giving you the information saying that there's a bad cluster or bad sector or whatever. Yeah. But after I'd taken that hard drive out and put another one in, it's been working okay. I had one blue screen of death, and I thought, well, here we go again. But I thought, let's try to do a system restart. Let's do a factory restart in the actual settings when you're installing Windows, and see how that happens. And since then, it's been working okay. I've done a 3-hour stream on the Call of Wild today. No problem with it whatsoever. I did a stream yesterday with my webcam with the Xbox, because I've got Call of Wild on Xbox and on PC now. I'm on level 60 on Xbox and level 21, I think, on PC. The only thing is I ain't got the new map on the Xbox, so they didn't put it on the Xbox yet. It's going to be out New Year Tijuana. So I've been playing it on the PC. I'm up to level 21 on there at the moment. But yeah, that's what I think it was. It was the hard drive. If you think about it, technology gets better and better as it goes on each year. Hard drives, processors, memory can malfunction and die on you after X amount of time. If you think about it, you go and buy a new computer today, the warranty is only like a year, and you don't know where that equipment's come from. It could be like Chinese manufacturer. Now, I'm not saying Chinese manufacturers are shit. I bought a load of stuff from China, and they've been a lot better than some of the English or American hardware, to be honest with you. But yeah, this was the hard drive that I had in there. I put another hard drive in, a terabyte one, similar to this, but the purple screen one. I can't remember what's on here. I think there might be an operating system on there. I can't remember. I didn't try that one, but that's a terabyte one. But while I was actually mucking around with the hard drive, thinking, you know, is that hard drive going to give me issues? Is that one going to give me issues? I did order a new one, a 2 terabyte one, which cost £45, I think it was. So yeah, if this hard drive starts mucking around, and it's, you know, if I start getting the blue screen of error again, I've actually got the new 2 terabyte one, which is still sealed in the wrapper, and I'll just dump that in there. I'll take the one out what I put in, and just like put that in there, and hopefully that'll work. And if that still does the same thing, give me blue screens of death, I'll just buy a new computer. Let's say, you know, computers don't last forever. This one I've had a couple of years now anyway. But, you know, I've known people who have computers working for up to like 8 years, 10 years, and they still use them. You know, the old IBM, the old Dell, you know, they still use them. And if they can work that long, great. But the technology, it just isn't what it used to be nowadays. And, you know, we're all going to get problems with, you know, components, whether it be a hard drive, a processor, memory, power supply. I didn't want to be doing, you know, like buying a new hard drive and finding it's not the hard drive, then thinking, right, okay, it could be the memory. Taking the memory out, putting new memory in, buying new memory, buying a new processor, buying a new motherboard, buying a new power supply. I didn't want to do that. If I found out it wasn't the power supply, then I wouldn't have bothered anything else. I would have just said, right, that computer is going out in a cupboard and I'll buy a new one. But lucky enough, I think I fixed it. Been working okay for the last couple of days, and that's where it had to be with the hard drive. So if you had the same problem as me, guys, I think the best thing for you to do is put a new hard drive in. You know, I know it's a bit of a pain losing all your data, your games, and, you know, all that work that you've had to put in the past by putting all the software on. No, it's a bit of a pain though for installing it all, but I'll cut my limit down now. You know, there are apps that I used to use and no longer use. I don't put them on anymore. I only use one video editing program now if I need to use it, which is Video Pad. I used to use Windows Movie Maker, Filmorama and stuff like that, but I just use Video Pad now. That does a lot better, you know, video editing than the other ones do for me. For PC, you know, not so much repairs, but cleaning up, getting rid of like the junk, any spyware, malware, any unwanted programs that might get downloaded. I use CC Cleaner, I use System Mechanic, and Advanced System Care. That's the only 3 apps I've got in there. Antivirus, Sonar Alarm, Microsoft Live Cam for my webcam, and Nevada GeForce for the drivers. Now, I had a problem trying to get Nevada GeForce on for some reason. It just would not go on, but I found a driver which actually has a driver for the actual video card and has Nevada already built in to the actual application. I didn't have to keep trying to install Nevada by itself, you know, the GeForce software. The one I found on my system actually had, you know, the driver software for the graphic card and GeForce already kind of like combined into one package, and that's what I used. And you know, as I say, it's working okay. I was on BT, but I've now come off BT and I'm on Virgin Media. And you know, BT used to give me 35 megabit connection. I have a speed test program actually. I think oh, actually, there it is. Okay, so that don't want to work. Oh, no, it's working. Clicked it too many times. Yeah, like I used to get 35 megabit connection and spend £69 per month for my BT and my telephone line. I am now getting on Virgin Media 108 megabit connection, and the upload is around about 10 megabits. So it's not bad, you know. I've not had much problem with it. I do sometimes like scan it sometimes and find out if I'm using the internet on like gaming, videoing, you know, live streaming the game, you know, it does a little bit. But apart from that, you know, it's been okay. But anyway, so that's it. That's the update on the computer. It's working at the moment. No problems for the last couple of days. Hopefully it stays like that. If it does, then it means I might have to then buy a new one. And I have actually got the money practically, you know, to buy a new one now. If I do need to buy one. My computer at the moment is an i5 system. What was it? It's an i5 3450 CPU. It's running at 3.10 gigahertz. It's got 16 gig memory, 64-bit operating system, terabyte hard drive, but I have got a second one in there as well for, like, you know, other stuff which I've kept on there. And that's it really. Windows is already like activated, and I've got another update. I ain't gonna update that. I know one thing though. Once I noticed my system was working okay, I did download and install all the updates, and the thing was I had 144 updates that actually took over 4 hours to install. 4 hours to install 144 updates. Why, I don't know, but it's all installed now. It's all sorted out, and I shouldn't have any more problems, hopefully. So yeah, I'm off to bed. And if you get the blue screen death, then try changing your hard drive over, because it could be where the data has not been written to your hard drive properly and it's just crashing out all the time. All right, catch you later. Good night.